All right, all you L5R players out there, I've got a question that I don't know why I haven't asked this before. I have been wondering about my Shadowlands deck for for as long as I played it. We wondered why this clan was allowed to be this powerful. Now, I did lose to honor decks. I went to Games Plus in Mount Prospect, Illinois, and lost to this guy 2 games in a row with 2 different honor decks that he ran. Of course, he also came in 3rd place at Gen Con, so he was a really good player, and he easily obliterated this deck. But I don't think he could show me a military deck that could beat this deck. I want to see a military deck that can beat this deck. I think the only way you could beat this deck with a military deck is because of your use of the favor, because I don't get the favor. I can never have the Imperial favor. So I'm assuming that's the only chance you have. Because without the favor, I say there is 0 chance unless I have a horrible draw and you have a perfect draw. There's no way you can beat this deck, and I want to see that now. I want to just give you an example of this deck. I'm just going to shuffle so you can see I'm not setting anything up here. I don't want anybody to think that I'm setting the cards in any way. We'll even do that, and then we'll do this deck as well. This is the most ridiculous military deck I've ever seen, and I would say I think the next best deck would be Lion. Outside of that, I don't see any deck beating this deck in a military victory, unless of course the favor is that good. And I'm talking about the original Imperial favor, the way it was run originally, not the wins. Although I don't know. We started to play a little bit with, I think, when the wins came out, and that was the end of that. So, I mean, that's when we last started playing. All right, so I have my 1 copy of Avoid Fate that I added to this deck. Got it in a trade with somebody. But see, even I've got 2 confusions at court, so that's going to stop the favor. I just don't get it. Now, I didn't take the initiative, so I'm not going to go first. So my opponent's going to go first, but then we're going to go. We've got a Corrupted Silver Mine. I can't pay for the Kyoso no Oni, but now I can. So this was a actually bad draw. I didn't get anything other than these, but I'm going to keep the Oni. That's not a problem. And maybe my opponent got something. Okay, and then we'll draw a card. And we'll have Deadly Ground. So now I'm generating 10, right? This is all 2 gold. Everything here is 2 gold. So sure, let's keep going. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, that's pretty bad. All right, so 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll bring in the Oni, and we'll bring in these 2, and we won't be able to bring in that, but we'll bring that next turn. So that's my turn 2. Okay, and now this guy, of course, for those of you who don't know, is ridiculous. Range 7 attack. He won't be able to send him home with the favor if he wants to attack me, because I've got Confusion at Court twice. I've got Deadly Ground. I've got Corrupted Ground, and of course, if an event comes up, I'm going to stop that. But we're not going to play through all of that. I just want you to see something that I don't understand about this deck, and so far, this is the slowest I've ever seen this deck play. First of all, these Corrupted Mines are just ridiculous. You're getting 2 gold for free. That's absurd. So Slidge, I can pay for him. I can pay for the Ogre Outlaw, and that guy's going to come in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14. So he's going to come in. The province is destroyed. And I can bring in both of these guys. 6, 8, 10, 14. So there we go. Now I'm down to 3 provinces, but I've got 22 power, 22 force. Are you kidding me right now? I've got 22 force. I've got Confusion at Court, so the favor is not going to help. I've got Deadly Ground. I've got Corrupted Ground. I could play the sneaks possibly. If he's got a terrain, I can destroy it. I've got superior tactics. How does this deck lose? 22 force. Now we got Casada's Funeral. There's another one. These two are going to come in. The sneaks is going to be attached. This is absurd. How can any military deck beat this deck? Can anyone tell me? I'm going to pause it. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to do another run through just to show you what I mean. Okay, I've thoroughly shuffled, but I'll do it a little bit more just so you can see that I'm not manipulating anything. I have no reason to do that anyway, but you know, just so you can see it's shuffled. And that was a really bad turn one. I've had turn ones where my opponent just conceded after turn one. Friendly game, of course. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about a competitive tournament. I'm just talking about playing at home with friends. And it's like, well, there's no point in even playing. So let's just see what happens here. Do I get take the initiative? I did not get take the initiative again. Sheesh. I do have it in here, right? let me just make sure. Yeah, I've got take the initiative. I got 2 zombie troops stuck together. There's another take the initiative. We'll mix those up a little more. My goodness. I'm sure I have 3 in here. Yeah, 3 take the initiative, and twice I didn't get it. In my starting hand. Okay, I was just curious what's going on. All right, so there we go. And I didn't get the zipper head, but he comes in, these come in, and I'm down to 3 provinces, and I've already got 10 force out. And that's turn 1. Are you kidding me? 10 force on turn 1. There is no other clan that can do that. How can any military deck beat me? Now, I don't have Confusion at Court this time, do I? So I don't have that. But I have Crushing Attack, and I'm with 10 force. So, turn 2, let's just see what happens. I've got 8 Plains of Otosanuchi, so that's not going to do much other than give me an extra card there, which will make up for the loss. And if you didn't know, I mean, he destroys the province. I'm sure you all knew that. So now I'm going to attack with my guys, but he'll probably send home one with the favor. And I don't think there's a whole lot I can do once he sends the one home with the favor. I could play Deadly Ground, but there's really no point. So we'll say turn 2 doesn't work out. But I've got 8 gold here. So boom, boom, boom. And we go, and now we get 2 cards on the Plains of Otosan-uchi. And this is in play now. Whoops. So now I've got 10 gold. Did I get something I need? Corrupted Ground is okay. I need Confusion at Court. No doubt. Need Confusion at Court, but if I take the initiative, then I really don't know how they're going to win. All right, next turn. Oni, Casada's Funeral, which is, I forget how that works. Players may not achieve an honor victory unless they've destroyed a province. Yeah, that's obviously a card that belongs in him. There's the zipper head. There he is. So he's going to come in. So now I'm going to attack with these 3, which is going to give me 9 force when he sends it home with the favor. And then I'm going to play Deadly Ground, most likely. I've got 9 force. I don't know if that would be enough or not. But regardless, all this comes in. And that goes away. This is absurd. This is my question, it's obvious. How can another military deck, a non-Shadowlands military deck, beat this deck? How? Scorpion can't do anything to me. Scorpion is how could they possibly do anything to me? The only thing that can beat me are honor decks. And I know because I got beaten badly by honor decks to the point where I was like, wow, I thought Shadowlands was king. And they said, oh no, that's like a B tier clan. There were 2 guys there. And they let me know. They said, oh no, Shadowlands isn't even the A tier clan. It's Phoenix and Crane. Those are your top tier clans, and Lion was probably the best military, but Lion can't beat this deck. Can it? Is there a military deck that can beat this deck? other than with the favor, and I don't even think you could do it with the favor because I have confusion at court, and I have take the initiative, and I have sneak attack, test of courage. There's so many things this deck does. Dark Lord's favor. This deck, I couldn't play it against my friends. It wasn't fair. And it took me a while to build it to where I got it this good. I just kept finding more cards. And when I went to Gen Con, I learned a lot because I talked with people there who knew the game better than I did. And they said, here's the cards you need. Avoid Fate was one of them. I never got Avoid Fate until just recently. And that's why I want to play again. So if there's anyone in Chicago who would like to play L5R, your place, my place, leave a comment. I want to play this game. I'll make videos of us playing too. We can have videos of us playing. I'd love to enter tournaments. I want to play again. And I don't care about which format. To me, it's just, let's just play an open format. All the old school cards. We can take out the new school cards. Not new school cards. The new look cards. But then I'd have to take these cards out. I have quite a few of them. But take the initiative shouldn't be a problem. Sneak attack is still an old card. It's just a newer look. But I don't think there might be cards in here that wouldn't be allowed in certain formats. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I mean, that's got to be allowed, right? If the original is allowed, that's got to be allowed, right? I mean, the addition shouldn't matter. Is there anything? I don't think so. Here's the rest of this deck. But I've shown you this deck on. I made a deck tech video for this deck. This deck is absurd. So that's a long enough video. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to you later. Bye bye.